Arts of East Asia. East Asian art represents East Asian culture and tradition. These comprise the arts of China, Japan, and Korea. Chinese art is a visual art that, whether ancient or new, originates or it is practiced in China or by Chinese artists. Chinese art in the Republic of China and that of overseas Chinese can also be considered part of Chinese art where it is based on Chinese origins and Chinese culture. Let's talk about the Chinese painting. Chinese painting is one of the oldest continuous artistic traditions in the world. The materials used in Chinese painting, brush and ink on paper and silk, have determined its character and developed over thousands of years. Derived from calligraphy, it is essentially a linear art employing brushwork to evoke images and feelings. Chinese paintings do not attempt to capture actual physical appearance of a subject, but rather its essential nature or character. Chinese paintings do not have a single perspective. Every area of the painting is interesting to the eye. Landscapes are often painted from a viewpoint above the scene so that many areas can be seen at once. In large scenes or landscapes, the eye is meant to travel along a visual path from one area to another. There are three main subjects of Chinese painting. We have human figures, landscapes, and birds and flowers. These three main subjects of Chinese painting became highly developed during the Tang Dynasty, and landscape painting reached its height during the Song Dynasty. Let's move on to the two main techniques in Chinese painting. First one, we have the Gongbi painting or meticulous. It is often referred to as a court-style painting or fine-line painting. This style of painting incorporates delicate Chinese calligraphy strokes and close attention to detail. Fine brushes are first used to create an outline of the subject, and then the artist goes back with softer brushes to apply layers of color washes until the desired effect is achieved. It uses ink of different colors and was commonly used by artists who work for the royal family or were from independent workshops. The next one is the freehand or shomu, the loosely termed watercolor or brush painting. The Chinese character mo means ink and shu means water. This style is also referred to as shiyi or freehand style. This style emphasizes the interpretive aspect of brushwork and shading of ink and seeks to express the essence of the subject rather than the details of its appearance. Only black ink and its shadings are used. Chinese calligraphy. This is considered to be an art form closely linked to traditional Chinese ink wash painting since it uses essentially the same tools and materials. Calligraphy is the art of writing in pleasing and aesthetic manner. This art form was highly respected by the Chinese scholars and considered it as high art form. It goes beyond the way of writing and is believed a way to improve and develop one's character since it requires discipline and perseverance to achieve perfection. An artist must know the tools and materials, the subtle changes of the width of the brush, the density of the ink, and the texture and absorbability. This will affect the outcome of the artwork. More importantly, the artist must control him or herself in applying the proper pressure, angle, and speed to achieve the desired appearance of the characters.